that satellite drone. But evac uplink, pretty straightforward uplink map. You try to control top glass, push forward, extend through to that lane, and spawn trap the other team.
Well, you can see OpTic Gaming have a play they want to go with off the start. It's a push to middle map by Crim6. Already 3 dead for Jester. They've got the lead blocking they need as well. Johnny doing everything he can to hold off his base. Spawn's coming in, but it's not going to be enough as Karma goes in for the dunk. 23 seconds. OpTic Gaming get their first points on the board. Chance trying to just clear out his base, but you could see the confidence from OpTic. Karma didn't even worry about getting a kill inside glass.
Yeah.
He rushed right to that drone, cut it through middle. I mean, Crim6 is picking up a 2-piece off the start. That is a perfect kind of storm to get that points on the board.
Yeah, I mean, Jester, they don't even get a kill until OpTic Gaming are well into their base as Scump. Now he's pushing over towards enemy lines. The drone has been picked up by Crim6. Scumpy does get cut short, but here comes Crim. He's been able to cover so much ground. We'll be going along the wall run. Might be able to get a 1-point toss off here as there are a couple players in front of him. He goes ahead and sinks that as, you know, since the get-go of this game, Jester have been pinned back in their base.
The crowd is getting hyped up here as the venue continues to get packed. It's well before noon, and already hundreds of people watching here in the venue and many more at home.
There we go.
3 narrowly go down for OpTic Gaming. Formal doing all he can to hold it off. That's 4 dead momentarily, and the push now commences for Jester. Can they begin to rally points in? Karma strikes first kill. Demented now pushing through middle map. He finds one. The toss going in. Jester do get on the board. They'll make it back down to a 1-possession game as OpTic try to hold off their base.
Yeah, this is exactly what Jester want to do, right? They have Demented kind of controlling over near the ACs, but since Demented is below, he can't cover up top, and that's exactly what OpTic Gaming are going to do to try to stabilize and take control of their base. So it's all down to Chance to see where he's located on the mini-map, but he gets immediately shut down by Formal. As OpTic Gaming, they regain control of their base. Scumpy's pushing the drone on the other side of the map. This is going to force Jester way out of position. Formal
falling off near that glass side. He'll wind up spawning up, but OpTic have elected to run it near the side that not many people do take this objective to. Towards bottom kitchen, Karma and Crim6 get the better of 2 players.
Camo
on Jester. Look, here's the camo push from Crim6. He's going to waltz on in with this objective 5-1 as OpTic Gaming continue to storm now. If you are kind of new to things in Black Ops 3, one thing to remember, obviously in uplink especially, 2 points for a dunk, 1 point for a toss. That's why currently OpTic are up by 2 still. They got 2 dunks and a toss on their side of things as Scump continues to lock down middle map. He's got his kinetic armor specialist as well. It's a camo versus kinetic armor, and Scump gets the better of his opponent. Again, the specialist use from OpTic Gaming has been top-notch so far.
Scump's been going off with this kinetic, man. He's continuing. He's got Karma right beside him. As Karma picks up 2, they have complete control of the Jester base. This is going to be another dunk for OpTic Gaming. As there's still 2 minutes remaining to play in this first half. They're already up by 6 points.
Scump was on another 6 streak there, Revan. Right now, this is one of the best I've seen Scump perform in recent weeks in Black Ops 3. Every single map he's gone absolutely off on. OpTic Gaming are still in map positioning, Revan. What do Jester need to change up at the moment to try to regain some map control?
Well, first they need to get control of their base. Yeah, then they need to start winning some gunfights. I mean, it seems like OpTic, they're just picking them apart, you know, kill by kill, like I was saying going into this game. You know, they're fighting their 2-on-1s at the base, and then Jester, they're kind of rotating 1 by 1 back to try to regain control. It's going to be Karma now running this drone forward. This is going to be another scoring opportunity for OpTic Gaming, as there you go. It goes in once again for OpTic. They go up by 8 points.
9-1 lead and growing. You can see what a perfect setup they had. I love the aggression from Scump, right? Typically, you keep the players spawning in kitchen. You had Crim6 watching that back wall run. Scump, his one job, watch that front kitchen door as they begin to rotate back to their base. He was jumping all around, utilizing his movement in the game to really take down players. He picked up 2, and there was no shot for base defense there as Chance was last alive in a 1-on-3. OpTic Gaming, too, with an advantage like this, Revan, they're more than kind of willing and happy to slow it down a little bit, regain control of middle map, and go for those coordinated pushes that they've done throughout this entire game. Oh, Formal putting burst down on the drone carrier, but they will be able to get that out with the use of the armor. Their teammate spawns on them. This is the best push opportunity that Demented have really had in the last 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, this is the first time I've really seen all 4 of these Jester players kind of grouped up. This is definitely a scoring opportunity, and they kind of have to go for the dunk at this point. Yeah, he's going to double up on the armor, pops his kinetic, but he doesn't even get that one in. Is there anybody here for Jester to follow this up? It's going to be Johnny trying to find some kills, but the drone gets thrown off the map and reset. Good defensive hold by OpTic Gaming.
And you could see OpTic got the spawn they needed to near that bottom AC vent. They turned and team shot it, basically. The player with the drone. Oh, nothing going right for Jester right now. They've got to be frustrated as this is their tournament life at stake in this series. OpTic Gaming now just 5 minutes away from being up 3-0 in this best of 7 as Karma goes to the toss. It's heat waved, and it looks like that's going to wind up being reset. OpTic up 9-1 as we head into the second half.
Yeah, Jester have to kind of use that heat wave to stop the final score from coming in, but they're still down by quite a deficit, down by 8 points. So 4-possession game for the Jester boys. It's a long road ahead of them, but they need to win this break off here. If OpTic game were able to have the same break that they did on the first half, I think they just walk away with the win here.
I mean, my question that really comes back to mind is, right, for CTF, I'm feeling that overclock is a ban that the boys on Jester just have to go with. The specialists have been so disgusting from OpTic Gaming so far. It seems like every time we switch to Scump or Karma, they've got their Heat Wave and Kinetic Armor ready. Scump waiting for the perfect time to use his, and apparently that's right now as he gets one kill. Nihil does die to the hands of Chance. Middle map control going momentarily over to the boys on Jester. Crimsix still locking down top glass.
Yeah, it's going to be working with Formal to try to stop this neutral drone carrier, but as Formal gets taken down, it's going to be Jester. They're going to be able to move this drone forward a little bit, but there's already an OpTic Gaming player here ready to stop this, but they do have an opening here right through the middle map. This is another opportunity for Jester to get 1 point on the board, but Formal, he takes out the site. The heat wave comes in from Formal, and the drone carrier gets stopped short once again. Perfect use of the specialist weapons and abilities by OpTic Gaming to stop that score from coming in.
I feel like every time you mention the specialist, it's for a positive thing for OpTic right there. You save it for a rainy day, right? Scump knows, hey, let me save my kinetic armor for a perfect push off the start. Give us the best opportunity to regain that map control. Obviously, he was only able to get one, but even there, Karma as well as Formal saving their 2 specialists. Karma sits close to the door. Formal moves a little bit back towards his base. With the Scythe Heatwave kind of duo right there, there was no shot that Jester can get a point on the board. And OpTic Gaming are more than happy to just carry this drone. Kill time as Karma's killing everything in sight. He gets the 3-piece. Crimsix moves forward. He's got one player to watch out for, and he says, you know what?
And he gets the
I
kill
can
after.
move on in, adding insult to injury. This one's getting out of hand quick, folks, as OpTic Gaming, they've run away with every game so far. Right?
I mean, you talk about getting your ideal setup here in OpTic. I mean,
God.
they have position in their opponent's space. There's really nothing Jester can do. They got to try to win their gunfights, rotate back and control their base, and the train has started. Courage doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon.
And, I mean, this is what pays off for being a top 4 seed, right? In the World League, it's something to point out is that some of these pro teams had to face other CWL teams in their round 1 matchup. Obviously, very good squads. The losing team, they had to lose to a very strong Call of Duty team. Now, not saying Jester aren't strong, but what I'm saying is OpTic Gaming are going against an open bracket team. You know, they've had to fight through a lot of the elements this weekend. So far, everything looking right. OpTic Gaming treating this one as basically a great warm-up for the rest of the championship bracket as they add their 15th point on the board.
Yeah. I mean, Jester, I don't think you can come back at this point. OpTic Gaming, they've been doing such a great job at slaying in front of the neutral drone. You can see every time they go to pick up that neutral drone, they only do it if they have somebody in position to kind of slay at the enemy team's base. This is going to be another dunk for OpTic Gaming as they go up by 16 points.
They scored 9 in the first half. It's already 8 inside 2, and there's still 2.5 minutes to play. Karma's going to continue to push the objective. You've got Crimsix with the drone, and all the active camo is going to come on in. I believe that was Chance just gave up. He didn't even try to chase down the kill. He knew Crimsix was going to have that one. Crim, 4 dunks this game and 3 one-point tosses. 11 of the 19 points for OpTic Gaming.
Yeah, now he's going to start earning himself some score streaks, working towards that Cerberus. Will get cut down just short, but as Scump pops the kinetic armor, he's going to be pushing forward, trying to slay in front of that neutral drone. Jester, for the majority of this game, they've just been fighting for control of their own base, just trying to rotate back off their respawn. Scump continue to do damage as the lightning strike gets called in by Crimson, finds 2 kills there. The drone gets picked up, players start dropping once again for Jester, as Krem is going for yet another dunk.
You can see Scump got the call from Crimsix. Yo, stay down, Seth, stay down. I got the lightning coming in. He lays right on the other side of that wall. It kills the opponent he's watching out for. Karma gets... The gunshots do come in. Another use of Heatwave to try to clear out their base. 19-1, Revit. And, I mean, this one's done. We can keep talking about it, but OpTic Gaming looking strong.
Unless OpTic Gaming kind of unplug their Scump Gaming controllers,
it's 9
no
dunks,
way Jester can
9
come
dunks
back.
in a minute and a half. I mean, unless they have like a perfect kind of assembly line, it's not going to happen. And as we head into Stronghold CTF, I've asked you all the questions about how can they come back. At this point, it's more like, what do you even do? What do you even do in the ban and protect phase? What do you even try to do in the game to give yourself a chance at winning?
I mean, there's just like so many things you want to ban out against OpTic Gaming. You don't have enough picks for that.
Fortunately, you can't have 20 bans yet. The technology isn't there.
Maybe if you could just ban an entire player from OpTic, that might be their best option.
With the first ban, it's going to be Scump, 28-18. What a performance so far we've seen from him. A 4 streak from Crimsix. This is the OpTic Gaming that is scary for any team that has to face them, right? Everyone positive, everyone performing well. Crimsix, I haven't seen him miss an M8 burst since we started this game. Karma dunks it in. I mean, I'm sitting down for the rest of this.
Yeah, down by 24 points with 30 seconds remaining. And OpTic Gaming, they're not taking their foot off the gas pedal as team kills coming in from Jester. This is going to be yet another dunk for OpTic Gaming as they just cruise this entire uplink match. Kinetic Armor, this is what Scump's like 4th or 5th time getting at this map.
Yeah, it's really nothing else to say as OpTic at this point have basically taken control of Jester's base.
The 360 dunk.
That's a 360 dunk, and the dunk contest judges give it a 9.5, a 48, sorry, on the 50 scale. It's not a kind of between the legs.